Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Emma. I am Diamond Painting 211 and I know I have not done any videos for about a month, maybe a month and a bit. I'll get into the reasons for that shortly. So we're having a little whipping chat today. I'm doing a Christmas present for my best friend. She knows she's getting a diamond painting. She knows it's going to be one of her favourite characters, but she doesn't know who. You can probably guess already just by looking at this piece here. Over. Can you guess who it is? Leave your answer in the comments. So we're going to crack on with this. And the first number I need is 814. Okay. So the reason I've been off is, you have to excuse me because I do still find it difficult. The reason I've been off is because my mum passed away. Right, okay, so on the 9th of October she was taken into hospital with problems with her stomach. Turns out it was a pancreas problem and they suspected diabetes. She was also in with a broken ankle because 6 weeks prior to that she broke her ankle, didn't know it was broken and didn't get it checked. So my son had been staying with her to help her, make sure she gets by okay. Sorry, I'm shaking now because I'm talking about this, so please excuse me. Right, okay. About maybe a week later she asked me to pick some stuff up. I couldn't actually visit her, you know, because they're not allowing visitors in the hospitals because of COVID. So the hospital has a drop-off point. So I was able to drop stuff off for her. Yeah, make sure I say that right. And that was fine, done all that. She then, on the 20th, she had an operation at some point, I can't remember exactly what date, on her pancreas, and she developed an infection from that. She then messaged me, she texted me on the 21st of October, now this date's specific because it was the day before my birthday. She didn't text me, she phoned me to tell me that she has contracted COVID. 3740. So she had 3 COVID tests while she was there, while she was in the hospital. First 2 were negative, so she would have got one when she was admitted. She would have got one before her operation, and she got one on the 19th of October. And it was that one that came back positive. And she'll tell me this on the 21st of October. Sorry, please excuse me, I still find this tricky. Let's see, on the 25th of October I get a phone call from one of the doctors at the hospital telling me my mum's situation, telling me what's happened, telling me how long she may have. Sorry. And if I could go up. So I went up and she could barely breathe. She was on 2 lots of oxygen. There was a tube in her mouth. A tube in her nose and an oxygen mask for her face. My mum developed pneumonia due to COVID, and at that weekend she had a stroke. So she couldn't talk. The one time I did see her actually awake, she mumbled. Her breathing was erratic. back up the next day, and not much had changed. And at 2 o'clock in the morning of Tuesday, the 27th of October, I get a phone call from the doctors and the nurse. I think it was actually the nurse that called, saying that my mother had deteriorated and if I could go up. When I was visiting on the Sunday night, they'd given me a letter to show the security guard to show that I'm allowed to visit. I was a designated or essential visitor. So yeah, got dressed, called a cab, and I went straight there. I phoned my sister at 5 to 5 that morning. Basically asked her how long would she be before she get here, how soon she could get there. And she was there within about 45 minutes, I think. At 9:15 that morning she passed away. And this is the whole reason why I haven't been about. Sorry, I'm still finding it difficult. It still seems so surreal. So, as I was her eldest, and Mum didn't have a partner, she was divorced, and she didn't have any boyfriends or anything, and she lived alone. It was up to me to arrange everything. The funeral was on the 10th of November. So that was just over 2.5 weeks ago from the time of filming this. So I arranged the funeral. I had help with my aunt. She came with me because it's not something I've done before, but she's done it before. Nick has been an absolute legend. He's been so supportive and he's helped me every which way possible, emotionally, physically, mentally. He's been my lighthouse. You know, people say, oh, you're my rock, or this person's my rock. Well, a rock is something that you can cling on to in the fast moving waters, but unfortunately a rock can get very wet very quick and you can slip and get washed away. A lighthouse guides the way, and that's what Nick's been to me. He's been a lighthouse with a very strong beacon. Right, so okay, so I had to obviously I set up Zoom chat meetings with my uncle and my aunt, my sister, my nephew who was raised by my mum, and my eldest daughter because she wanted to be included. So my sister never attended any of these Zoom meetings, but everybody else was there. And basically Zoom meetings were just updates where we could all chat, any questions, any suggestions, able to pick the songs for the funeral as well. I'm not gonna say songs, but they were lovely and they were appropriate. Sorry, I just need to grab some more wax. So the funeral was the 10th of November. We left and returned to and from my aunt's house. When we got back, I felt a bit better, but however, when I left the crematorium itself after the service was done, I nearly collapsed, and all I could feel was my Uncle John picking me up, supporting me. So yeah, I took the 11th and the 12th off from doing anything, didn't do any diamond painting. I've not done any cross stitch at all since my mum passed away. I wouldn't say I've lost the mojo, I just can't face it. But I have been keeping up with my knitting, so I was sitting doing some knitting, and it was on the, yeah, it was on the Friday. I started getting more done with my mum's flat. Between my mum passing and arranging the funeral and actually attending the funeral, I've been going backwards and forwards to get my mum's flat cleared out. The flat is now done, and on Monday was emotional. Monday there, I don't even know what date it is today, the 28th. So the 28th as I film this. So Monday there, I don't even know what date it was. Hang on a second, I'll just have a look. Monday 23rd November was the final day, and that's when I handed the keys in, and I just shut down for the rest of the day. So yeah, that's what's been happening. This is why I've not been online much or doing any diamond painting or doing it in my videos. Even though I've had diamond paintings come through, I have unboxed them, but I did not record them just because I couldn't face it. I just thought, get them tidied out of the way just now and just deal with it later. Right, where are we? But yeah, that's the update. I lost my mum. It's just so difficult. I'm sorry if this is a trigger for anybody who's also lost a parent. I know how hard it is, and I do apologise. But I've got a picture of my mum that I'm going to show you here, so you can see what a beautiful person she really was. My mum was gorgeous. Inside and out. Right, okay, so let's move on from there. I'm going to talk about plans that I have for YouTube. I was going to film a floss tube yesterday, just for knitting, because I haven't done any cross stitch for about a month. But I couldn't face it either. Today I decided I was going to do it, and today I decided I was going to start filming, and the reason for that is because I do actually have a plan for my channel. Sorry, it's for my silly cats. I am doing a diamond painting advent calendar, as it were. What that is if you don't know, so I'm sure most of you will, but if you don't know what that is where it doesn't even have to be Christmas related, but you pick a diamond painting canvas, and from what I know, a 30x40 is best for divvying up and make it bite good chunk sections without going over or going under any time frame, if that makes sense. I'd just like to see what number that was. I don't know. 3726. This is a canvas that I got from the Easy Rim Diamond Painting Club. It was in my first box, and I thought it was so bright and colourful. I thought, yeah, I'll do that one for my advent calendar. It was called, what's it called? Atomic Abstract. I'll show you a picture here. Somewhere here. So I actually prepped the canvas when I received it, like maybe a couple of days after it had been flattened under my mattress. I prepped the canvas up, so that's done. I've kitted up the drills for it. So that's done. So I'm going to start that on Tuesday, which is the 1st of December. So I will put my Christmas tree up that day as well. So I'm going to start that. And I will be filming it. So you'll be getting one video a day from the 1st to the 24th of December. And this is why I'm filming today. To get myself back into the swing of recording, editing, uploading. Instead of just, well, you know, messing, really. Because I really want to get back at my YouTube. I haven't even watched many YouTube videos in the past 4 weeks. If any. I think I've watched like 2. That's all because I knew that I was going to get a mention. I graduated on the 20th. I graduated on the 30th of October. It was a virtual graduation. And I wasn't going to go on. Like, it's online only, but I wasn't going to go on. But it was online only because of COVID. But Nick kind of made me do it. He didn't force me to do it, but he said, do it for your mum. So I did. And I graduated from college. I'm now a fully qualified graduate in HND beauty therapy. And because I was graduating that day, Nick contacted Mrs. Coffee of Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. Who mentioned my graduation in her live that night. And obviously with the time frame, she's in North Dakota, I'm in Glasgow in the UK. I didn't get to see it until I watched the replay the next day. So that was a nice wee surprise. I didn't know he'd done it until I watched the video. And I sent something on to Rachel Ray. I posted it just before my mum passed. In fact, I posted it on my birthday, so it was just before my mum passed away. And when she received that, she emailed me to let me know that she got it, and it's in the video. So I logged on to YouTube just to watch that as well. I'm only just starting to catch up with YouTube now. I started watching it again, was it either yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. So I'm still catching up with all my videos that I subscribe to. So if you're on my list, please bear with me. I am catching up. I say aim a lot, I'm sorry. But other than that, I'm just plodding on. I have been doing a good bit of knitting. I don't want to talk too much about my knitting, because I'm diamond pain, and I want to leave that for Floss Tube, which will be back next week. Now I'm starting to feel a bit better talking to you again as I carry on. I'm feeling better doing this again. And it does take a lot of me to even press that record button. I think I've mentioned that before. It takes a lot of me to hit record. It's a lot of deep breaths and a good puffs in my vape. A good few puffs in my vape before I start. So yeah, I'm starting to feel better. Oh, I think I need more wax in my pen. But yeah. So I knew I had this one arrived last weekend. I knew I had to start it straight away because I waited 6 weeks for it to arrive. Like I said, I'm doing it as a Christmas present for my friend, my best friend. So I know I have to get a little bit of a wiggle on, just to get it done. So I thought I might as well do videos while I do some. I'm on my second section of the day. This is from, oh hang on, I can't get that diamond. That is from shop 91035511 on AliExpress. I'll pop a link. But this is one of my friend's favourite characters. She absolutely adores this person, this character. And I knew she would love this when I saw it, so I'm sure you can guess who it is. This is a 50 by 40 in square drills. And the reason I chose this size is because I want to make sure I got good enough detail in the character's face. So yeah, I do also have an unboxing video to do. I'm going to record that today. That should be uploaded Monday. However, I am doing a full disclaimer. I know what it is. I haven't opened it yet, obviously. I know what it is. And it's not one to do in front of your kids or to display where children can see it. So when I get ready to doing that, it'll be getting worked on solely while little Miss Hurricane's at school, and it'll be covered up before when I finish up for the day, so she's not coming in and having a look. And I've got a few paintings on the way that I have to do the same with. So yeah, full disclosure, I'm not a prude. I will happily do these things. I don't see anything wrong with them. To me, they are an art form. So I'm sure you pretty much guess what I'm talking about. Some are a bit more than others, which is fine. Fine for me. I enjoy it. I'm not shy. Well, I say that. I'm not shy when it comes to viewing items like this. I will admit right now, I was a party organiser for a well-known adult company. There, keep the name out. Well-known adult company. Because there is a few. I don't want to give names and give any companies or bad rep. I just wasn't keen on the politics of this company. But as a company, they're alright. K152. I enjoyed my time with them, I will be honest. But I've had enough. So yeah, so I've got an unboxing to do, which you will see on Monday. So I'll be filming that after I film this. See how long this section takes me to do and how long I've been chatting for, because I have absolutely no idea. No, so where are you going? It's going to be lunchtime soon actually. I've literally just remembered I've had no breakfast. Usual, I do it all the time. So yeah, things will be back to normal, hopefully soon. I don't have my mum's remains back yet, so I'll probably have another couple of days where I just shut down when that happens. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel. We can't really predict the future when it comes to our feelings, can we? I wish we could. We can work around them. Alright, so I don't know what else to talk about now. I just want to give you an update on why I've not been about. I'm sure you would understand, like, it is not exactly the best of years for anything. I will be starting my floss tube up again next week, so you'll see, I think it's episode 4 of my floss tube that I need to do. Yeah, so we're doing that next weekend. You'll see that Saturday. So I'll have 2 videos to do next Saturday. Next week. Next weekend with 2 videos to do in one day. Depending, of course, on how many other items arrive for unboxing. Could be more. We'll see. I'm actually going to pause just now. I need a comfort break and I'll be right back. Back again. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it in any longer. Okay, 1 second. Right, so where was I? Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to talk about. However, while I was away for a minute, I thought of something else. We are now, in this area, Glasgow, are now back in a level 4 lockdown. It's a 3-week lockdown which will apparently be automatically lifted on the 11th of December. Well, it means that non-essential shops will remain closed. Will be closed for the 3 weeks. That includes things like art and craft shops, possibly some clothing shops. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at a full list. But things like supermarkets and chemists and stuff like that are open. I haven't actually looked too much into it. Last time I done a wee bit of shopping was just before this new lockdown. It doesn't normally bother me, but Christmas is coming up, and I've only got one Christmas gift in, and that's for Nick, and that's only because I managed to get it elsewhere. Okay, this one down here. Sorry. So yeah, back in lockdown, we did manage to get the poultry for our Christmas dinners. Now we do a Christmas Eve, a Christmas Day and a Boxing Day dinner, whether it's just us or if we have people over. This pen's through my head in. So we're having, I think, now I don't cook in the house much. Nick's the cook in the house. I can cook, I just don't do it as often as I should. I think it became a habit due to work in college, so as I haven't really done much. Then when Nick started night shift, I bought a slow cooker so that I can actually contribute towards the cooking without having to hurry back and make a start. So yeah, that was really helpful. We had some beautiful meals using the slow cooker. Where are you going? Oof. Times like this I wish I had cut my nails down. Just sit in there. You're fine. Right, we should. But I always do Christmas dinner. The only thing I don't do, even though I can do it and I have done it, there's one of the sides that one of the children always get involved doing, and that's the Brussels sprouts chiffonade. And it's beautiful. It's a nice change from having just normal boiled sprouts. So it used to be my eldest daughter that done that, but now she's moved out, I've taught my son how to do it. So he'll probably want to do that again, which is fine. I'll help him prep. All he's got to do is stand and cook. I think we're having chicken on the Christmas Eve and duck on the Christmas Day. No, the Christmas Day, sorry, the Boxing Day. Or it's the other way about. I think I'm right. But he does the Christmas Eve and the Boxing Day dinners. It's just always been that way. For the longest time I was the main cook of the family. Probably because I'm a tidy cook and I always clean up my mess as I go along. Always have done. Can't help it. Can't leave it lying on my backside. However, Nick's the opposite. And he'll get it when he gets round to it. I don't care. Just tidy it up before you go to bed, that's all I ask. So I don't want to wake up to that mess in the morning. I'm usually first up. But yeah, so managed to get the poultry in for the Christmas meals. So I'm really pleased because I know what people around here are like. They're selfish and greedy and they'll grab them while they can, and they're worse when it comes to when it starts snowing. It's worse. But people have been panic buying all this year, as we know. So I want to make sure I've got my poultry in. Oh, excuse me. And this year I decided I'm making my own stuffing, so I managed to get in some sausage meat as well for the Christmas dinner. Also, I make the most beautiful lemon cheesecake. My youngest daughter doesn't like it. So we always make sure she gets something else. She'll probably just have an ice cream. It depends what she chooses. I haven't really decided on the other desserts. I think a tiramisu might be in there one day. And that's something I'll probably end up making. I actually have that planned for Sunday. Yes, this pen. The tip is ready to come off this pen. In fact, I've already knocked it off once today. I'm actually doing Sunday dinner this weekend. I'm doing it in the slow cooker because I don't like slaving in the kitchen, so I'll be up early tomorrow morning. I can't help it. I can't have a lie in even if I tried. So and I've tried and I can't do it. I'm always up. So I'll be up early tomorrow morning. 3, 7, 2, 1. To prep and get the dinner on. Once that's on. This is all, of course, after I've had a coffee. I can't function without a coffee. But once that's on, I'll make a start on dessert. Oops. That's the wrong symbol, Emma. I've just seen one that I've missed. 2 that I've missed. I don't even know what number that was again. 6. Yeah, dessert. Tomorrow's dessert is tiramisu. Because I bought Tia Maria because I wanted Tia Maria, and I decided I'm making a tiramisu. Actually, I think it was the other way about. Yeah. I wanted to make a tiramisu, so I bought the Tia Maria. And we had to make sure that it was the right stuff, because it said on it vanilla. So of course, you know, we had to make sure we had some. And yeah, it's the right stuff. I made sure there's enough left over for dessert though. When was this? This was Tuesday. So yeah, it didn't have a lot though, because school the next morning and things. So I've noticed that as I get older, I don't drink as much. However, saying that, I had quite a bit to drink when I got back to my aunt's house after my mum's funeral. But I took it as try and enjoy it and celebrate my mum's life instead of sitting about with my face tripping me, moping. Because if my mum seemed like that, I'd probably got a clout round the ear. Oh, I just found another one that I've missed. Same number. I've actually done that one. I have. But yeah, so, but I will be honest, it was so good to see all my nieces and nephews. The only thing is, one niece didn't want to come. She said she couldn't face it. She's only 12, so that was okay. But the space was open for her if she changed her mind, but she didn't change her mind. Bless her wee heart. Let's find another one that I missed. Where is it now? There it is. Right, let's get back to this. It goes there. But yeah, I had quite a bit that night, but I was okay. I was able to comprehend what I was doing. I didn't, when I got up the next morning, I didn't forget anything. I was only just slightly hungover. That's because it's been a long time since I've had that much to drink. But it wasn't a big case of I'm going to be sick or I have to stay in bed because I can't face it. I had the obligatory slight headache. That was it. Just a slight headache. I was fine. Actually, I didn't miss that one. Yeah, I didn't do that one. I can see the one's a different colour from what I already got down. I was doing a section before I started this section, before I started filming this. Huh, alright. I don't know. I guess it seems to be that was the only one like it. Woo! Anyway, I have no idea where I am. What symbol am I doing? 3721. That one. I think I'm done. No, wait, there's a couple here. I always do this. I always lose my place and then you look at the number that I'm working on and reference it with the symbol on the inventory street. Oh, okay. Right, so yeah. That's the only thing that's annoying me about lockdowns, that I still need to go out and get presents. Now, what I do every year is I get vouchers from park campers. That way I'm actually saving up for Christmas and I've got money for Christmas as it were. And because they're vouchers, they have to be spent in store and not online. That's literally the only thing that's peed me off about the second lockdown. I can't go out until at least the 11th, and I know it's going to be absolutely mobbed. Doesn't help that no one's told me what they want yet. Oh, right, okay, where are we? How many of these have I got? One. Right, so the wee U-turn is a 3832. Right, the pot. That's it. I don't know how long this video is going to last because it's quite a large section for to be done in a video. R is 961. Oh, there it is. So we'll see how we get on. That's how fast I can get this done. Also wanted to be as perfect as I can because, as I said, it is a Christmas gift. The frame is on its way. It should be here in the next few days. So that'll be ready for it for when I'm finished. Don't know how long I'm going to take. Like I said, it did take 6 weeks to get to me. I wanted by 50 square, but I have to say it's also 44 colours, so it's quite a bit of changing to do as well as I work down. This is only the second row of what I've sectioned. In fact, I haven't sectioned the rest yet. I've been sectioning them off as I go along. And it's double-sided tape. I don't mind. I like poured glue, but I think I like the tape more so because I don't have that clear film, because the crinkling really drives me mad. Hey, hold on. Yeah. The crinkling really does drive me mad. I don't mind. Oh, I actually think I've got a cold coming on. I've been sneezing the past couple of days. I'm feeling a bit stuffy today. I think I might have to grab some of my eucalyptus oil, pop some of that on a wee tissue, start breathing it in. Might be an idea. I do actually have inhalators somewhere. I think it's in my bedside drawer. That's got eucalyptus oil in it as well, so I might just grab that instead. Made it up myself, so I know it's okay. What else can we talk about? What's everybody else doing? Are you working on anything? Are you diamond painting? Are you de-kitting? Are you kitting up? Are you taking part in any challenges or anything like that? I'm not doing any challenges. I know there is a Diamond Art Club winter with the AC thing, but I only just found out about that yesterday, so I'm not doing that because I know it starts soon. And like I said, this girl is my priority diamond painting project. I had started the Hocus Pocus from Ever Moment, which you'll see me unbox. I had started that. However, let's have a look. I've only done the complete top row. I had to stop it. Oh, I had to stop it really because I started that just before my mum passed away. So that was put in the back burner. Then I did go back to it. This one arrived. I knew this was my priority diamond painting project. So I had to put Hocus Pocus on hold. What symbol am I doing? Emma, get a grip. R. I think I'm done with R's. Right. So this is my diamond painting project. So Hocus Pocus is on hold, so I can get this lady done for one of my favourite ladies. But yeah, I have got absolutely no idea what to get people for Christmas. My daughter's my eldest daughter's never any use. Like, Siobhan, what would you and Callum like for Christmas? And all I get back is the wee emoji of the lady shrugging her shoulders. I don't know. I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. 23, she's still indecisive about what she wants for her Christmas. I actually have a Christmas present to open up, and I'm not going to do it just now because I'm leaving it for Christmas. The best friend that I was talking about, who I'm doing this for, asked me what I wanted for Christmas. Now, she knew what she was getting me for my birthday, and they were Ted Baker earrings, or like little gold love hearts. I actually meant to wear them on my mum's funeral, but I forgot. In fact, they're right here, I think. I can show you. Oh, give me 1 second. These are beautiful. They're just little small ones. Right, where did you put them? Behind the photo? No. Oh, they were right here. But I moved them because I was rejigging in my yarn. Oh. Uh-oh, not good. Can't find my Ted Bakers. Up here. Nope. Right here. I'll find them and I'll show you them. They're so cute. Oh, there they are. I've knocked them off the shelf when I was moving my yarn around, reordering them. Did you see these? Like, these are just stunning. These were a birthday present from my best friend. You can see them. You have to excuse the size of the backs on them though, they're huge. In fact, yeah, that's just to hold them in. There we are. I haven't actually taken them out of the little plugs. And they're like rose gold, which is one of my favourites. Don't look at my nails. I painted my nails for my mum's funeral and I haven't taken it off yet. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So they're my birthday present from my best friend. Thanks, Leah. Absolutely adore them. I meant to wear them for my mum's funeral, but I forgot. Oh, I just noticed there's a QR code inside the little bag. Lovely. These actually didn't arrive in time for my birthday. These arrived the morning my mum passed away, which is why I was going to wear them that day for her funeral, but I completely forgot all about them. But I was nice, I was respectable. I curled my hair the night before and kept it in. Put my makeup on even though I'm allergic. I only developed this allergy to makeup some point last year, but I risked it for one day for my mum. It's just really, my eye gets it, that's all. So I was actually super careful. Let's back up. So I was super careful with how I was doing my eyes with the liner and mascara because I know how my eye reacts, but I was willing to risk it. Where are we? Upside down tea, 963. But they had actually arrived the morning my mum passed away. I think it's too much. Oh well. Roll with it. But I know what she got me for Christmas because she asked me what I wanted. And I went, right, leave it with me. So I was thinking about it and I went on to Etsy. Went on to Rachel Ray Crafts on Etsy, which is Rachel Ray here on Facebook's on YouTube, which is her Etsy shop. And I picked I asked her if she can get me butterfly cover minders for my diamond paintings. So she got me two. I haven't opened them yet. My partner's put them in his bottom drawer and his chest of drawers. And I've not to get until Christmas, which is fine. Because she sent me them at the same time as my birthday present. Sorry, I was focusing for 1 second. She got, so she sent them at the same time. So both arrived at the same time. So I got them both in the morning when my mum passed away. But I haven't opened my Christmas present yet. So that's all I know I'm getting, because I've got it. And I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting. I can't wait to see them. So thank you, Leah. And thank you, Rachel, for making such beautiful things. I can't wait to get them opened and use them. These cover minders came in the last box of Easy Room Diamond Painting Club little cupcakes, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. So cute. I think they was in the last box. Or the one before. I don't remember, because I've only just put them away the other day. They're so cute. Because I couldn't be bothered doing anything. I had no motivation. So they're still sitting in boxes. But now they're all sorted and put away. All the diamond paintings that arrived during that time is now sorted and put away. Which I'm pleased about, because they're starting to clutter up my bedroom a bit. And if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, you won't know this, but my bedroom is where I am right now. This is where I film. This is where I diamond paint. This is where I write my letters, do my journals. All here on this one desk. It's like an alcove bit here. I'll need to show you one day. If I remember. It's like an alcove bit. I think it used to be like a walk-in wardrobe, but like it's just with the doors taken off. It's not a huge corridor like you get in America. It's just a wall, really, and a couple of wee bits of wall at the side. And this is, my desk fits in perfectly, so everything that I do for diamond painting, writing letters, journaling, all gets done on this desk. Even any forms I need to fill out gets done on this desk. Because it's a nice quiet corner. I will be honest, it's a nice quiet corner. Anyway. It's even nicer since I've decorated my room. Been in this flat for 9 years and my room just got done this year. I was sick of looking at wood chip walls and had dirty marks from people's hands. It was just making me feel sick and depressed. And full disclosure, full disclosure, I have been diagnosed with depression. I was on medication. I take myself off it because I heard horror stories about this certain medication. I still get days where I'm just not up to anything. And those days I will sit in here and diamond paint. My partner asks if I'm okay, and if I tell him I'm having a day, he knows exactly what's going on. So he doesn't push me, and I'm really grateful for that. I wouldn't say he leaves me in peace, but he leaves me to it. And he knows I'll bring myself round eventually. Do this, and it does help my mental health so much. My mental health is something I've got a passion about. I actually have a bit of a passion on mental health awareness. I personally know people who also suffer. Together we have all experienced things like no motivation, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to get up, anxiety. There's been times I've actually noticed I've been having panic attacks. I think I had one recently actually as well. But with everything that was going on with my mum, I'm putting it down to that. But who knows, it could have been, might not have been. Just might be another random. But I'm starting to feel better. It's going to take a while. But we all know it's going to take a while. But I have an amazing support network. I've got my partner, I've got my eldest daughter, I've got my son. My youngest daughter doesn't understand so much. I've got my aunt and I've got my uncle. So I know whoever I speak to, they've got my back. Haven't spoken much about anything with my best friend. I think the last correspondence I did have with her was to wish her a happy birthday. Because I sent her a birthday present down. And her birthday was the 17th. I keep thinking it's the 16th, it's not, it's the 17th. So that was the last time I spoke to her. I'm going to have to get a wiggle on and get chatting with her again. She always makes me feel better. I think I will speak to Leah. I'll get in touch with her today. See how she is. But yeah, I bought my friend, my friend, absolutely love her bits. She said she was getting dreads in and she wanted me to get her beads for her hair, for dreads, for her dreadlocks. And I couldn't decide which ones to get her, so I got her like 3 or 4 different kinds. Or several of them. And she asked me, you didn't have to get so many. I went, I couldn't choose. So you get a lot. Oh. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll need to speak to Leah again. How did I miss that one? Like, she's actually from Coventry. She moved to Glasgow to study, and that's how I met her. We're both studying makeup. We're both in the same makeup course. I've been friends since, and she's since moved back to Coventry. She comes up, her boyfriend's actually from Airdrie in Scotland, which is just outside of Glasgow. So when they come up to Airdrie to visit his parents, then that's when she tries to make it a point to come and see me. F 950. Yay. I had trouble with this one. It was, I think they were coated with something, it just would not behave. They seem to be better now, they're settled down in the tub, but in the bag they were horrendous. It was just this number, it was just this shade. The rest were fine. I need more wax. I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing, because I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Right, let's see. Oh no! Hang on. Hopefully you're still with me. Come on. I think it looks like I'm still recording. I have no idea what happened there. Bring it out a little bit. But I control my camera with my tablet, and I went to zoom in and the app closed. That is just my luck. Right. F. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Bring this a bit more. There we go. Right, okay. Blah, 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 blah. I know my squares aren't perfectly straight. I don't care. They'll straighten themselves up, and if they don't, then I'll fix them. Not a big deal. But I really can't think of anything else to talk about. I will have more to talk about when I do my floss tube. I don't want to talk too much into that, and then I'll have nothing to talk about when I do floss tube. It's the way it works. Talk about it now, I won't do my floss tube. Simple. And I'm talking about this because we're doing diamond painting. Different video. But yeah, things have been a bit. Oh, I just missed one. Put my way and I see another one. right there. Don't just hate it when that happens. I do it all the freaking time. There we are. Okay, N. Other side of the page. Yeah, 778. Doobie doobie doo. Yeah, I'm actually finding it hard to think of things to talk about now. I actually just might leave it there and just continue on with this section before I do my unboxing video. Might be an idea. Yeah. Anyway, whatever you're all doing, whether you're cross stitching or you're knitting or you're diamond painting, you're embroidering, or you just listen to YouTube for the sake of listening to YouTube or watching, I hope you all have a really good day or evening or afternoon. Wherever you all are, you may be watching this in Australia. Well, you're probably already in bed. Okay. You might be watching this in America. Who knows? That's a thought, actually. Leave a comment. Let me know where you hail from. I'd love to know how far out my videos go. They're really interesting to see, actually. Yeah, leave a comment for me. And I will say hi back. We all know where I am. Let's see. But yeah, I haven't really done much on Instagram either. Seeing I'm thinking about it, I've had zero not reaction. What's the word? Oh, never mind. I've had zero interaction. Haha, got it. Zero interaction with Instagram through all this, apart from contacting Rachel Ray on her package. Because you did ask me a question what it was, because she couldn't work out what one of the items were, and I did respond to her, but I got it wrong. It's when I looked up and I went, oh no, wait a minute, it's for this. It's alright. I kind of forgot what I bought her at that point. I knew what it was, but I kind of forgot, if you know what I mean. I kind of remembered what it was. I had a fair idea what it was. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go now. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're up to. What are your plans for this week? Are you in a lockdown as well? Are you in one of the more relaxed areas? Maybe not too relaxed, but yeah. Are you affected by a level 4 lockdown? When I say level 4, like in Scotland it is, I seen an N a minute ago, in Scotland our lockdown levels are 5 levels. We've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've lost it now. I did see it. Oh, that's there. Well, level 0 is like absolutely nothing whatsoever's happening, with nothing wrong going on. No, the restrictions aren't as tight or as strict as like the most relaxed level there is. And then we go all the way up to level 4, which is us. Yeah, which is the stricter guidelines, stricter restrictions. I'm actually wondering if I'll ever get back to work. Can't even go into people's houses to do treatments because of it all. Because it's not allowed. I don't even think the close contact services are open, like hairdressers and beauty therapists and nail techs. I don't think they're open around here because of this. Oh well, we'll find out on Monday. I have to go out on Monday. I've got an appointment with a nurse to get some bloods taken. So I guess I'll have a look about on Monday. But yeah, exciting times, I don't think. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I've been saying it for 10 minutes. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to continue on with this. Please don't look at my horrible nails. And I shall speak to you again soon. Be very soon, in fact. Well, soon enough. So thank you for sticking by, thanks for understanding, and thanks for watching and listening. And always remember to stay safe, take care of yourself, and don't be an idiot. Bye. Hi again, just a wee add-on to the end of this video. I thought you might want to see how the section looks now it's complete. So I finished that section. So this is how she looks so far. I really don't have to say who she is. I'm pretty sure you all know who she is. But yeah, just a little update. I also wanted to mention something I forgot about. It's a tray that I've been using. This was a birthday present from my eldest daughter, which arrived after my birthday. But that's not her fault. She bought it from an Etsy seller that I pointed her in the direction of. It comes with a little rack and a little stopper, so that just comes out. I don't push it all the way in. I always have it halfway so it's a lot easier to come out, so the diamonds don't go flying everywhere. But yeah, let's see. Now, she got me two. She got my pink one and a grey one, and there is our little rake. Did I say a rack? Did I call that a rack? I meant a rake. It came with that one, and I can't seem to... Oh, there it is. And give me a second, I shall find the seller. It was an Etsy shop. I think it's Windsor something. I'm not sure. I'll have a look. Bear with me. I can never spell diamond right. Tray. There we go. Diamond painting tray. Wilson. It's Wilson 3D Designs on Etsy, and she bought me two for my birthday because I asked her. I actually asked her at the start of October, have you got my birthday present in yet? She went, no. Well, can I have one of these? In fact, can I have two? She went, yes, fine mum, no problem. But she bought me another wee surprise, and I've already featured this on another video. I am a fan of the game Animal Crossing. I have been out since it was first released. I have been since it was first released on the DS, that was a Wild World. But this is a little wee thing. Got a recipe card in a bottle that you find on the beach in the game. So that's from New Horizons, and it came in this bell bag. And a bell is the currency of Animal Crossing. So yeah, I just wanted to add in these trays, let you see, making a mess, making a noise, let you see how my painting is looking so far. But yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. It looks so much better than I thought it would. And this is why I prefer the square, so we can get detail in. What I'm doing now is just run my fingers over, checking for anything that's popped. Not much. Oh, that's the bit I've just done. Haven't pressed that down yet. Yeah, that's quite good. Have to be honest, I'm actually quite impressed. The canvas is so clear. Even the key at the side, that is super clear, but I'm not using that because it came with an imagery sheet, so I was quite happy to put my washi tape down the side of the symbols.